In open play, Germany were building the game in traditionally back four and using double pivots, which were Kimmich and Gundogan. Italy were in 4-1-4-1 formation in open play, with both Italian wingers dropping in midfield. The Italian wingers were slightly central. When the German fullbacks had the ball, the wingers were ready to press the fullbacks. But due to the central position of the wingers had to cover a lot of distance and the wingers were not able to close down fullbacks. So the fullbacks were easily bypassed the Italian wingers. Germany were using double pivots and Germany had two players between the line in midfield. So in this way Germany's midfield was of 4 players, Italy's midfield was of 3 players and both wingers were dropping in midfield. But the role of the Italian winger were to press the Germany's fullbacks, so Italy were 4 versus 3 down in the midfield in front of Müller, Sane and 2 pivots, and Italy were getting outnumbered in midfield. Germany's pivots were being marked man-to-man in open play. Leroy Sané and Thomas Müller were operating between the line in midfield and the Italian defensive midfielder was 2 versus 1 down in front of Sané and Müller. The central midfielder were marking the pivots and the wide players were marking the fullbacks man-to-man, so the defensive midfielder was 2 versus 1 down behind the second line. When the Italian midfielder were getting out of position, the passing lane in the midfield was opening up and the players between the line were able to receive ball easily. Sane and Müller were split and the defensive midfielder was central, so the defensive midfielder was unable to deal with the situation. There was a quick transition after receiving the ball between the lines, no nonsense passes, and the ball was passing to the middle of the defense. In open play, Italy were protecting the central zone and Germany's fullbacks were free in the wide zone, and Italy was dominating both center and wide zones. Winger Hoffman was moving out to in the half-space zone and forcing the fullbacks to defend narrow, and space was being created for the fullbacks on the flanks. In the final third, the Germany's wingers were moving out to in and operating in the half-space zone, and they were forcing Italy's defense to be a narrow defending. As you can see here, Italy's narrow back four, so space was being created for fullbacks on the flanks. In the final third, Müller and fullback were dragging two Italian midfielders wide. By moving wide on the channel, Müller was dragging the fullback wide and space creating between the centre back and fullback. Germany were committing a lot of plays in the box in the final third, so Italy were being forced to defend narrow. Germany's fullbacks was wide, number 9 and the winger were dropping in midfield, so Italy's midfield and defense were compact defending. Because of that, there was no pressure in front of Germany's midfield and defense, and the Germany were building up game easily. In the third, Germany's right back was deep and the left back was operating high. Germany's right back was playing as a midfielder with Gundogan and Kimmich, and when the right back was pushing high, the centre back was joining the midfield.